I'm Chris, also known as That French Bloke. In this video, I'm going to show you what sold over the past week. It's been an excellent week. It's a run-up for Christmas. I've sold for 3,300 euros worth of stuff, and with a profit on eBay alone of more or almost 2 grand. Stay tuned with me because I'm going to show you some tips and some mistakes I made as well to help you sell better, and stay tuned to the end of the video because at the end of the video I'm going to show you an item that I bought Rotel Arbitrage and that sold 5 times over the last week for 10 times the price I bought it. Yes, 10 times the price, and I did that 5 times this week. Coming up. The first item I sold on eBay is a Nikon 3000 with a lens. I've sold this kit for 115 euros and it's something that cost me 50 euros. I also sold a filter. It's a Nikon filter to protect a lens. I've sold it for 29 euros and it was part of a set of filters that I bought. I have less than 10 euros in it. I've sold a pair of white Levis 501s for 20 euros. I have 7 euros in it. I sold a Nikon film camera, an F100D. I was asking 35 euros for it, which is not much, but it's about right. Although I'm pretty sure I could have that much money for the lens on its own, but if I did it, it would have been very hard for me to sell the camera. I bought it as part of a set. I already made lots of money on the lenses. I just wanted to move it and make someone happy for 35 euros. I got an offer last week. Guy was offering me 25 euros for it. I've countered at 30, which was really a bargain because at 35 it's already cheap. And the guy declined my offer. I mean, 30 euros for that, and he declined my offer. But the funny thing is that at the same time, someone else bought it for 35 euros, no question asked. So I'm glad that this guy in the end declined my offer and made 5 euros more. That's not the first time that happened to me. For some reason, sometimes you can have an item that stay on your shop for a long time, and all of a sudden you've got several offers or people are interested and it sells. I don't know why that is, but I'm not complaining. So next item is a Canon AF35M2. This was part of a Canon job lot that I've shown you in my third video. You can watch it if you want. When I purchased that lot, I really thought that this camera was fit for the bin, that it would have 5 euros value at most. I was wrong. I sold it for 59 euros plus postage. Next item, I'm pleased that I've sold it, although I made lots of mistakes with that item. It's a Broncolor Graphite A4 flash generator. So what that is, it's for professional studio equipment. It's a flash generator. You plug flash heads on it and you control them from that thing. It's a generator like that, brand new. It was 7,000 euros. I had it for months on my shop for 1,700. This is part of a massive job lot that I've bought in an auction. Actually, I need to do a video about that. I'll do it one day. Bear with me. But I bought a professional studio, a complete professional studio, not the camera, but all the lighting, all the equipment, on an auction site for 427 euros. The brand new value of the stuff that I got is about 80,000 euros. It was madness. It was one of the best deals I've ever found. I've sold almost everything. I still have some light stands that stay, and when I say still have some light stands, I got a few grand's worth of light stands that's still there. But I have made roughly 8,000 euros out of this deal so far. I had 2 of those generators. two almost identical models. The first one sold in the first week. The second one, I had it from August and it didn't sell. Last week, a guy contacted me and said that he was interested in my generator, and he asked me, why do you think it didn't sell? I've just put the price down for Black Friday, and he said, well, yours is cheaper than the market and it didn't sell. Do you know what it is? Why is that? So my answer was to say, well, there is one little thing that doesn't work on it. It's really not important. It's never bothered me. But this made me think, why did these things really didn't sell? And I looked carefully at my ad, and I saw that the postage price I've put for it was 370 euros. 370 euros is the most expensive postage you can find for this item. It's a Navy item. It's about 11 kilos plus the packaging and things. It's lots of money to ship, that's for sure. And I didn't want to look for the price of postage for every country in the world, because that's a nightmare. So I said the most expensive it will be, it's 370 euros, but contact me, it may be cheaper. I should have put a price for the postage for Europe as well, and I didn't, and that was my mistake. That's why it didn't sell, because I think those 370 euros, that's what scared everyone. Okay, this guy that contacted me last week was for Portugal, and to dispatch it to Portugal, I think it's 70 euros. So that is much more reasonable. So the day after, I sold it, and it's going to Korea. Okay, so it's going to Korea. I sold it for 1,400 euros. I've got nothing. I consider I've got nothing into it because I've sold so much from that deal. So I've made 1,400 euros of profit, and the buyer pays postage to Seoul, which was about 200 euros, I think. It's still expensive. Next item is another pair of Levi's 501. Once again, 20 euros. It's part of the same lot as the other one. I've paid 7 euros for it. So next item, it's a very, very good lens. It's a Nikon F100 and 5mm f2 DC. This is a very special lens. I believe it's one of the best portrait lenses ever. It's very sharp. It's got a large aperture, so that's brilliant. And also it's got something that's very rare, which is this DC, which stands for defocus control. And what it does, you've got a ring that you can turn at the front of the lens that will move one of the internal lens back and forth, and that will change the aspect of your bokeh. It will modify the way the blur area in your picture look. It gives you more control on your blur, or on the blurry part of your picture. It can impact either the blurred part that is in your foreground or in your background, depending which way you turn it. To be honest, it's a very, very specialized lens. It's to me, I don't think it's worth the money it costs. Nikon do a very similar lens, which is 105mm macro 2.8. That is very sharp lens as well, and that is excellent too for portrait. And this lens costs at least twice as much. I've paid 400 euros for that lens, which was a bargain. I've listed it for, I think it was 680, my list price, and I've sold it for 600. The guy at first started an offer at 450, if I remember well. I said, well, come on, I know it's Christmas, but hey. And we went back and forth, and we settled for 600. So 600 euros for a lens that I paid 400 euros. If you look at the ROI, it's about 50% gross, which is not great. But if you look at it another way, I've made 200 euros on that lens for not much work. I mean, and I have to admit, while I had it, I took quite a few pictures with it. I had great fun with it. And I put 200 euros in my pocket. Not bad, not bad. That's what I like in camera. Even if the ROI is not great, you can make quite a bit of money and have fun in the process. You need some capital. It utilizes lots of capital, that is true. Next item, it's a Canon 50mm lens manual 1.8. That was part of the same Canon job lot, which I've done a video on. And I've sold it for 35 euros, which is what it's worth. Good price, no problem with that. I'm making money already, I think, on that lot, so I'm happy. The last item I sold on eBay, it's a Samyang lens, 85mm 1.4. Very sharp lens, very, very narrow depth of field, very hard to focus. I have to say, because it's a manual focus lens, it's very, very hard to focus. But it's a great lens and it's a cheap price. I've bought mine for 100 euros, sold it for 215 euros. I'm happy, very happy with that sale too. So that's conclude my eBay sale for this week. And if I look at the total of the sale for this week is 2,528 euros. Those items cost me 623 euros. So I've made a profit of 1,965 euros. Pretty cool. eBay isn't the only platform on which I'm selling. I also sell on Amazon, mostly FBA, but the first item I sold on Amazon this week wasn't through FBA, and that item is a Nikon D800. So there's a bit of a story with that camera. This has been my personal camera for over 2 years. I wasn't looking for such a camera, but I stumbled on that ad. The guy was selling for 850 euros. He was selling this camera with a 50mm lens. The camera itself at the time usually went for 1,200. When I received the camera, first thing I did is put the lens for sale because I did not need it. So I sold the lens for 130 euros at the time. So the camera cost me 720 euros. And 720 euros is exactly the price I sold it 2 years later on Amazon. I took about 30,000 pictures with that camera. So I had the camera for 2 years. I took 30,000 pictures with it, and it didn't cost me a dime. Well, actually, it cost me the Amazon price, the Amazon fees, but that's not a big deal. The strange thing about this camera is I sold it 2 weeks ago, a bit more than 2 weeks ago, on eBay to a guy in Italy. Sent the camera there, and the guy. So as soon as he received it, the guy started to complain that the autofocus wasn't working properly, an issue I never had. So I tried to talk to him to see if he was doing something wrong, but he didn't want to talk that much. He just wanted to return the camera, which in the end I accepted the return. The strange thing here, very strange thing, is that he didn't want me to pay for the postage to send the camera back. He paid for the postage, and that I've seen the receipt. It cost him 50 euros to send it, and he pocketed it. So I sincerely believe that this guy received the camera for some reason. He didn't want it anymore, and he just like filled a false report for me to accept it, which is daft because I would have accepted the return anyway. I always do. And he must have felt guilty because he paid for the return. So it's very, very weird. So I received the camera, tested, everything's working great, like it always did. And I've put it back online, and I decided to try to put it on Amazon as well. And I've put it on Amazon, and it sold overnight on Amazon. I was very pleased. It wasn't on FBA, so I've kept the camera with me so that I could sell it on eBay too. It sold overnight, and it sold for 720, which is more money than I sold it to the Italian guy. So it pay as well for the postage and the fees that I had on eBay. So that's good, but it just shows how strange people can be sometimes on eBay. Okay, and now the last Amazon item I want to show you. It's an item that sold 5 times this week. It's retail arbitrage. It's all simple. It's a deck of playing cards. And those playing cards, they are for sale in a chain of shop in France for 99 cents. 99 cents for 2 decks of cards in a plastic box. When I was in the shop, I scanned the barcode and I saw that they were selling for $9.99 on Amazon. I was a bit dubious because I'm new to retail arbitrage, but I bought 10 of them, thinking, well, it's only 10 euros anyway. And I've sent them to Amazon, and 5 sold this week. 5. So, okay, I'm not making 10 times my money because the Amazon fee is quite big on such a low price item. So I make about 4 euros, I think, between 4 and 5 euros on that. But there's no work, you know. I was in the shop, I bought those things. I was sending lots of stuff to Amazon anyway, so they were just part of it, and the postage to Amazon in France is really cheap. And I already made 50 euros out of it, well, minus the Amazon fee, but still, it's brilliant. My only concern now is that I didn't buy any, because if it's carry on selling like 5 a week, at the end of next week I won't have any left. So I might go back to the shop and buy some more. Now I know that it's a run-up for Christmas. It might not sell as well all year long, but still, you know, it costs hardly any money. It's very easy to handle, no work, and I'm making money. Brilliant. So be on the lookout for that. If you can't find those playing cards for like $1 near where you live, have a look on Alibaba. You can find them for that price on Alibaba and import them and sell them on Amazon. It's a great thing. It's easy money. Well, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, don't forget to please click on the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. And I'll give you more videos like this with more tips of what sells and how to sell them and which mistake you shouldn't be making like I did today. Okay, see you soon, guys.